Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thirsties Live. We are going to have some fun in the sun talking about sunning cloth diapers. So, if you are like me, you love line drying your diapers, and perhaps you haven't before, so this is the perfect live for you. First off, I need to get a thumbs up. Can everyone hear me okay? Let's flip the thing around. Hi, everyone. My name is Laura. I am Thirsties social media coordinator. And yes, we are talking about sunning cloth diapers. Now, can you guys hear me okay? I am actually outside, so I'm trying this with my headset. Thumbs up? Okay. Excellent. Well, so it is finally nice outside, and sunning, if you haven't heard, is really great for cloth diapers. There are a couple of things that you need to be careful of when you're sunning your cloth, and so we're going to talk about that. But first, before we really get into the chat, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Go ahead and share this, especially if you have any cloth diapering friends, because there are so many benefits of sunning your diapers, and we don't want people to miss out, right? Right. Okay, so oh, thank you. People are talking about the haircut, our live viewers. Yes, I did chop off my hair and I sent it off to Wigs for Kids, so that was really fun. It's summertime, right? Time to chop off your hair and time to sun your diapers. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits of sunning your diapers. First and foremost, the less time you have to use putting your diapers in a dryer, the more money you save, and also the more resources you save, right? Because the sun, it's free. The sun and the wind, it is free. It is renewable, so use it. Actually, did you know that the Thirsties warehouse is totally powered by wind energy? And actually, before we were in Loveland, when we were in Canyon Falls, we actually had solar panels. So we ran off of solar energy. Now we're running off of wind energy. So obviously thank you, Beth, for sharing. Obviously, we really like the sun and the wind, and we use that. Okay, so savings and also saving on the environment. Those are huge benefits of sunning your diapers. Another one too, and you'll see behind me, I have this kind of set up as an example for you. So you'll notice that I've got all of the kind of white parts out, and that's because, well, a couple of things. One, sunning does help lighten stains, okay? Now, this works best if you do it with wet diapers. That helps lift the stains. And also, what you can do if you have a particular, maybe a blueberry stain, or, one of those real serious ones, or exclusively breastfed baby poo, that really golden, kind of hard to get out stain, what you can do is you can mix up equal parts lemon juice and water. So half and half lemon juice and water. And all you would do is on the wet diaper, you would just spray this on. So here, I've got a little bit of a stain. I'll turn this around. So I have a little bit of a stain here that I want to brighten. You see that there? Okay. So what I would do is I would take this and just spray it right on, and to help lighten the stain, okay? And so that should hopefully help brighten it. You can also do this as a treatment before you put it in the wash as well. So you would rinse off, whatever's on. Rinsing, by the way, really does help with stains. If you rinse right away, and actually I have a whole Thirsties line Thirsties Live, all about staining that I can put in the comments after the broadcast. But spray it, and you can actually treat it with this lemon water solution. and then put it in the wash. That'll help it lift in the wash, but also if you really want to help lift it on the sun, the sun just by itself will do that. You can, like Jamie's saying, you can do it after the pre-wash as well, okay? So the most important thing is you want to be sure that the diaper is thoroughly rinsed before you put this on, okay? So that'll help lighten up the stain. And then even just the sun on its own will also help lift stains. So that is really nice because we love our wonderful cloth diapers to be, pristine. But I mean, let's be honest, babies poop in them, so stains will happen. So it's nice that the sun is a cheap, efficient way to help lift that. All right. Okay, so another benefit of sunning cloth diapers is that it helps disinfect, okay? So it helps with odors. The fresh air just does wonders. Janelle's. I know. I mean, babies poop in them. They're going to get stained, right? Okay. Sunning helps reduce any odors, although granted, you should have a solid wash routine and you shouldn't really have any odors after your wash. After you wash your cloth diapers and you do like the deep sniff test, I know it's gross. You would never think that you would do that, but you become a parent and then like sniffing things that your baby pooped on after washing them doesn't seem that weird. But it still is a little weird. Anyway, you do a sniff test. It should not smell anything like pee or poop, wet fabric, but it shouldn't smell musty or anything like that. Okay? But the fresh air just helps air it out, okay? It also does, UV rays do help disinfect. It disinfects different bacterias, and also a really good way if you do have mold in any of your diapers. First, you do need to treat that, so email support@thirstiesbaby.com, and our gal Jessica can give you instructions. Really, oxygenated bleach is a good way to go to treat mold, but email Jessica for instructions on that. However, to really seal the deal and kill all the mold spores, sunning. Sunning is excellent for dealing with that, okay? So, there you go. It naturally disinfects. It naturally lightens stains. It saves you, sunning, line drying does save you energy, and you can do it on an overcast day and totally be fine. It doesn't have to be, actually, you will go into kind of our caution part of the live now as well. So Ashley's backing me up. I always sniff the diapers after the wash to check. Yeah, yep. So, anyway, we are talking about the sun, all right? So the sun, if you haven't noticed, the sun can burn things like people's skin. It can really lighten colors and things like that. So you do want to be careful. This is a powerful resource that we're using here, right? Okay, so, it also, no stains at all. Sunning. Your mom still suns the clothes. Yeah, I really should sun my clothes more often. That's a good point. All right, here are some things to be careful of, though, because we are talking about UV rays. They have lots of benefits, but there are some things to be careful of. First off, you want to hang your diapers so that the outside is facing out. So that the interior is facing out. So I actually have a mistake on my line here on purpose. Do you see it? Now, granted, this isn't that big of a deal because it's on the inside of my drying rack, but if you sun your diapers with the exterior facing out, the sun can lighten the print or the color. So instead, you want to, like this, okay? Now, another thing that you want to be careful of. So you'll see here that I've got, for the most part, I've got all of the interiors facing out. Also notice that my duo wraps are actually on the lower part here, and my wet bags too. Okay, so the sun can actually damage and crack lamination. So it's okay if you've got this hanging on the line like so. That's just fine. But you don't want to have it out there in direct sunlight for more than 2 hours. Okay? Also try to think about it as if it's like your kids, right? If you're going to the park in the early morning, you know, you might put on like your 30 SPF on them. If you are going to be out with them in the middle of the day in the pool, direct sunlight, you're going to put like 50 or 100 SPF on them, right? So kind of think that same mindset onto your cloth. If it is kind of filtered morning light, that's okay. Yes, oh, someone was asking about this print. This is Scottish Storm. This is actually an old duo all-in-one. That's how long I've been using Thirsties. Anyway, I really do. I love this print. So, in any case, think about it that way. How intense is the sun? And if it can, you know, burn your skin, it can also impact fibers. It can impact lamination. So just be mindful of that. Sunning is great. Don't leave them out all day. Okay? And maybe think about sunning more in the morning or in the later afternoon, just not during that really intense light. And also really intense heat. If you're getting above 85 degrees, you want to be careful not to have them out too long. And really, they're going to dry super fast. Okay? And yes, Beth, we're going to talk about that. Always load my line with natural all-in-ones first. Yep, and then wet bags, duos last. Yes, yeah. So even as you're setting it up, you know that your all-in-ones, your natural all-in-one is going to probably take the longest to dry. Hey, Sunshine, get it? This is a Spray Pal exclusive. But I love the sun on it. And that's so cute. And it's so perfect for this chat. Okay, so these are going to take longer to dry. So yeah, put those out first. Or if you've got a drying rack, you'll notice that I have my natural fibers towards the top, or the all-in-ones towards the top. I do have this guy up here, which this is a pocket liner, okay? And so the shell of the interior of the pocket is going to kind of protect the lamination, so it's okay to have that on top. And I was assuming like that maybe there would be a stain on this, so that's why you'd want it up top. Staining now, some people get, let's see if I have a duo wrap. Actually, all of my duo wraps here have colored internal gussets. But some people if you have white trim on a duo wrap, the interior gusset sometimes gets stained. And so people get stressed about that. Do the lemon juice, the water thing, and put it on there. And if you want, you could sun it like this. All right, with the duo, with the gusset facing up and out. Just watch that you don't leave it too long, since you have the print facing up as well. Okay, but that does help lighten the gussets there. Okay. So, some people, they dry pretty fast in the sun? Oh, pre-folds and stuff? Okay, sure. Yeah, so our pre-fold, actually, I wish, so, my neighborhood has a thing, like, it's kind of like a home association. Anyway, we are not supposed to have clotheslines. So, which is why I have a drying rack. If you had a clothesline, this duo hemp pre-fold would dry very quickly. I lay it flat like this, okay? But the kind of bummer about doing it that way is that the fabric is touching each other, and one of the things that's really clever about our pre-fold is that it's got a tunnel design. So if I did have a clothesline to do this on, the way that I would dry it is I would take my clothespins and I would do it on just one side so that it can kind of hang open like that. See that? And that would dry fairly quickly. Yeah, good question. Okay, keep those questions coming, guys. As I am giving my whole little spiel, my lesson, if you will, if you have questions, please put them in. If I don't address your live questions right away, I do go through the comments and I be sure that I touch base on everyone's comments and questions just to make sure that you guys are getting all of the cloth knowledge that you need, right? Okay. I know, no clothesline. It's such a bummer, but this drying rack actually works quite well. And it opens up really big as well, too. So you just have to, sometimes I have to be careful though, to, like if I try to dry cloth wipes on this, I lost my pre-fold. That's live. But sometimes on windy days, I have to be sure to like pin things down because I have had stuff like blow off my drying rack. You have to use clothespins when you're drying on a line, right? Because that's how you attach it. But be wary not to like lose your stuff here. That's one of the reasons I love drying a wet bag on this, because you can just use this little hook and just hang it up. And I should take this wet bag and I should dry it on more of the inside like this, because again, that waterproof TPU does not need, it dries so fast and it doesn't need direct sunlight. Okay, now actually here is a good, Jamie's bringing up a good point about how specifically to position things as you're drying. So have I gone through all the cautions of sunning? So be careful not to sun them too long. Be careful of your waterproofing, that TPU, to be in direct sunlight. Just be careful of that. Also, now this isn't an issue because it's lovely and it's green all around me and thank heavens the snow is gone, but be careful about sunning in freezing temperatures, because going from freezing and thawing is actually quite hard on your elastics. So you can maybe do a little bit, or even like put it right up against the window in the winter time. But yeah, it can actually be hard on the material and on the components to sun in freezing weather. Just FYI. Okay, now, how do you hang the natural all-in-one without putting pressure and causing a tear? Okay, so yes, you want to be mindful of how you set things up in terms of the weight distribution. Okay, so as you guys can see here, I'll turn this around. Okay, so what I do is I have not had a problem with doing it like this, putting the weight on the soaker. Now, that does put a little pressure here. This is a heavy diaper, all right? So, the shirt says to hang it down. Yes. Yeah, so you can, if you're worried about this, you can hang it sideways. This will put the, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. This will put the least amount of pressure on your diaper, okay, to hang it sideways. Like I said, I haven't had any trouble hanging it like this, okay, but, that's a good question. So Danielle is asking, would you need to rinse the lemon mixture after, or would it irritate baby's skin? I think I'm going to have to tag Jessica on that, because we haven't really mentioned it. You can. especially if your baby has. So I think the point of it is that it's diluted. It's half water, half lemon juice. So my guess would be you probably wouldn't have to. Although if you have a babe that has really sensitive skin, then sure, just to be safe. But I also wonder too if the drying also helps like lift up, you know, or neutralize the acidity. That's a good one. Good question. Okay, so flats challenge, and they dry. Duo wraps dry so fast. Yeah, you have to pin them on the line, or they'll get blown off. Yeah. So going back to that question about how to actually lay them, heavier diapers, so like the natural all-in-one, even actually one of the benefits of our original all-in-one, the synthetic, if you don't mind microfiber, is it dries so fast. It does. But I always hang it like that as well. But you can, if you're worried about it, you can kind of have the soaker hang to a side and dry it the lengthwise. Okay. So Ashley's saying she always does a rewash if she uses the lemon juice, especially if you can smell it. That's a good rule of thumb. I'll go with that. Ashley knows her stuff, right? Okay. So let's see here. Any other cautions? One thing with, you can also, sunning works really great with our new trainers. And actually, since the waterproofing is on the inside, I mean, you can just, I would flip it out, right, so that the interior gets all of that sunning goodness. And actually, what I do, because it's like, how do I get this? Again, I kind of wish I had a clothesline, because this would be perfect. But I take the end cap, and I just make a little trainer hat, like that. And that's how I'd sun my trainers. But sunning is great for your trainers as well. Another thing that people might want to consider, if you have a fitted, the fitted isn't that heavy, but you could consider drying it lengthwise. With pocket shells and with duo wraps, they're so light, it really is not that much of an issue to have it hang on the elastics. It really, you should be okay. Inserts can be sunned as well. So here I have a duo stay dry insert. It's totally your choice. Sometimes I keep them snapped together and I just hang it. Here, let me move this guy for you. And I just hang it like that. Or if there was a stain here, I would just like so. You can, your stay dry duo inserts or maybe your pocket inserts together, you can leave them snapped like this, it's fine. And once you're done sunning, do you put it in the dryer after? Good question, Irene. So this is a preference. One of the things about natural fiber is with air drying is that it can get a little stiff. So a way to fix that is actually to, one, after it's dry, you can just kind of work it with your hands, work the fibers with your hands, and that helps loosen it up. Actually, wind is a pretty good softener. What I would do personally is I just put them back in the dryer on either air or low for like 10 minutes with some wool dryer balls, and that kind of fluffing them like that softens it up just fine. So, and fluff with no heat and wool ball, yeah, exactly, Jamie's saying, yep. And it does, it softens it up, but you can also work it with your hands. And if you've got a synthetic, actually, that's one of the benefits of our, like this is the top of the Duo Stay Dry insert. You know, it's got that really soft polar fleece. And this is so soft, whether you dry it in the dryer or you line dry it. That's like a benefit. Do you guys hear the birds singing? Oh, isn't that lovely? I've had Orioles visit me. I don't know if you can see my Oriole feeder back there, but I'm turning into a little bit of a bird nerd. All right, I think that we've covered it. I'm gonna double check my notes to make sure that I've done everything, but I think so. Yeah, that's it. Sunning diapers. It's so good. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. If it has, go ahead and share it. Tell people. And next week I am actually going to be off, and Jessica is going to be covering live for me. So I'm not going to give you the topic because that might give away something that's happening soon. I almost did. I almost slipped up. And so yeah, be sure to join Jessica next week for a very helpful Thirsties live topic. It also is along the summery theme of things. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. If there is a topic that you guys are curious about, that you want, either a product that you want to have shown, or a cloth diapering question that you have, or maybe even like a mom or parenting topic that you think it would be helpful for us to think through together as a community, go ahead and leave that in the comments and let us know. Don't forget to check out the Thirsties blog. We have a giveaway actually for a pocket diaper, and yeah, of your choice of print. This is actually my daffodil pocket, which is no longer available, but I really do love the Thirsties pocket. So be sure that you go and check out the blog. And yes, I will be off next week, so you'll get to hang out a lot in the groupies with Jessica, and we'll see you in like a week. Well, I'll be around social media tomorrow, but I'm checking out Sunday. So you guys have a fabulous weekend. Have a fabulous week. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!